Hello and welcome back to Cooking with Chef Dama. Today we're going to kick it back traditional. We're going to be making Vindaloo, a dish that comes out of Goa, India. It is a fiery preparation with meat, with chilies, vinegar and garlic. This dish is pretty much a fixture on almost every Indian restaurant all over the world. Now Vindaloo is traditionally prepared with pork, but we're going to do it with beef. So without any further ado, let's cook! The most important part about making Vindaloo is the chili. Vindaloo is basically a chili paste, and that is what gives it most of its flavor and most of its heat. In India, the most popular chili used is the Kashmiri chili, also known as Degi Mirchi. In California, we have got a plethora of chilies, and I'm going to use 3 of my favorites. Right here, I have the Pasilla chili, I've got the Guajillo chili, and I've got the famous chili d'arbol. These two have got this wonderful fruity and tangy flavor, but they're sort of medium heat. But it is the chili d'arbol that has got all the heat, and that's going to give it that punch in the Vindaloo that I'm looking for. I start preparing the chilies using a pair of scissors, and I just snip into a bowl. When you finish working with chilies, make sure you wash your hands very, very clean. To the chilies, I'm going to add approximately 12 to 15 cloves of garlic and roughly chopped ginger, approximately 2 tablespoons. And the thing that brings it all together, some good apple cider vinegar. I'm going to let it sit aside for 30 minutes for the chilies and the garlic and the ginger to soften, so we can make it a wonderful homogeneous puree. I have here cloves, cardamom, cinnamon, peppercorns, and cumin. And this is all going to go in my wonderful Cuisinart spice and nut grinder to make a really nice fine powder. While the mixture is soaking, I'm going to start with finely chopping the onions. I'm going to need 2 medium-sized onions for 2 pounds of beef that I'm going to be using. The mixture of chilies, the ginger and the garlic, along with the ground spices, have soaked for approximately half an hour. Now it is time to make the paste. The infamous Vindaloo paste. Let's go! Oh yeah! This is absolutely dynamite. I have 2 pounds of beef, and I'm going to marinate it with a little bit of the spice base. I'm going to put the plastic wrap on this beef and keep it aside until we get ready to cook. Once your oil is heated up, add the onions. You want to cook these onions till they're approximately golden brown. The onions are perfectly browned, and it's now time to add the Vindaloo paste to the mixture. Once you add the spice mixture to the onions, you have got to make sure that you constantly stir it so the spice mixture doesn't catch at the bottom of the pan and start to burn. This is a very critical step in the preparation of any curry, specifically Vindaloo, because the chilies can burn really easily. The paste now has turned from a bright red to a sort of darkish brown. The onions have now completely disappeared. It's become a complete mash, And this paste looks perfect. It's time to add the meat. The beef is looking perfect, and I am just going to let it simmer, cover it, and let it cook for approximately 20 minutes. And I am now going to make the perfect accompaniment to good vindaloo. The perfect accompaniment, in my opinion, to good spicy tangy vindaloo, believe it or not, is cornbread. In one large mixing bowl, mix in 1 cup of cornmeal, 1 cup of all-purpose flour mixed with 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. Now these are your dried ingredients. In another bowl, take 1 egg, mix it with 1 cup of milk, 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Mix these ingredients really well. Bit by bit, very gently fold your wet ingredients with your dried ingredients. You almost never find cornbread in India. This is something that comes from deep south of the United States. I tried this once, however, and it is such a perfect combination. The sweetness of the cornbread coupled with the spice and the sour of the vindaloo. It was a phenomenal meal. Lightly using a whisk, I've just taken out all the lumps that were formed, and I now have a very nice, smooth batter. Oh, this is so perfect. Take 1 13x9 baking tray and give it a good coating of cooking spray. Pour your mixture right in. And this goes into the oven that is preheated to 400 degrees. The beef has been simmering for 20 minutes. It's approximately half done. And now I am going to add a 28-ounce can of crushed tomato to the mixture. All we gotta do is let it simmer. It's time to take a break and go watch some crap programming on TV.
In person?
Yeah.
Good.
Ah, this is perfect. The sauce is delicious and the beef is literally fork tender, melts in your mouth. This is gonna be a very phenomenal dinner. Oh, there goes the alarm. That means our bread is done. And will you look at that? The perfect beef vindaloo with a side of wonderful cornbread, crispy on the outside, moist on the inside because of the creamed corn that I added in it. It's absolutely delicious. There's only one thing to say right now, that is happy eating.